Okay, I want to give a shout out to Blackheart for making these video response to this full Umar Johnson. I'm gonna make my response to a couple of points he made, well, a few points. This dude really needs to stay in his lane. Umar Johnson needs to stay in his lane. He don't know what the hell he's talking about. It was a few points he made that really got me. He talking about that black men need to control their root chakra. Like, hold up, why do black men, or just men in general, why do we need to control our root chakra? Why can't these women, what about these women? Why can't they control their root chakra? You know it takes two to tango, right? So these women are implicit. Why don't you go tell these women who pre-select guys to control their root chakras? Cause these women out here, man, they have such just as much to do, if not more. But they just not doing what every dude. They doing what guys they pre-select. And I know how Umar, it's like he went after the average brother, the decent to good brothers out here, or the thinking black man. He didn't go after Pookie and Ray Ray. He didn't go after the gang guys, the dating coaches. He didn't go after the hobosexuals. He didn't go after the pre-select guys. He didn't tell them to control their root chakra. And then he talking about we're scapegoating these daggles out here. Somebody try to point out that these daggles been ruling over in the community for 60 years, and technically I don't think that's true. I think it's something else. He talking about this Mayo guy, he's been ruling over the community for 600 years. She don't control the resources, the banks, the laws. These are just deflections. It's an excuse. He talking about that this Daggle is just a manager, while the dude, bro, is the owner. But let's say that I actually went with that argument. Don't you think the fact that this Daggle, this bimbo, is the manager of quote unquote white supremacy, don't you think that should raise an eyebrow? Don't you think that should be more than a reason to look at this Daggle, because she's manager and she's using her position against you instead of using it to help you. She's taking welfare. She joined feminism. Like, dude, these are legitimate reasons why a guy might even consider her to be an enemy for real. Because really, when it's all said and done, this Daggle doesn't respect black male leadership, black authority. She doesn't want to be under the shackles of black male leadership. She wants to be independent from your black monkey asses. So that's why I said she hasn't been in control of the community for 60 plus years. She's just been independent from your monkey asses for 60 plus years. They don't want to get in line with a brother, especially with a decent to good brother. They don't want to get in line, get on this program. They want to have freedom and independence from you and get with that male guy. And they'll rather just use you as a walking dildo. Wouldn't that promote white supremacy there? Because even if you want to argue white supremacy, it can easily be destroyed or combated if people have family units and the man was actually the leader in the so-called community. His authority is being respected. Like, this guy's talking points is a bunch of nonsense. And what really set me off about this dude is when he tried to say that black men, we're scared of the male guy. Like, really? Since when? Since when the hell are we scared of these dude bros? Are you serious? I'm gonna have to disagree. We're not. We're not scared. I mean, this is what I don't like about these militant cats. Like, I can't stand militant black people. I'm sorry, I can't. There's only a few exceptions I'll make guys like Blackheart, aka Black Man, and Harvey Superboy, even though I think he don't really go as hard that he should do on these females. Excuse me. I don't think he goes as hard as he should be on these females. But he does call them out. He's fair. But I can't stand these militant hotaps because they're a bunch of hypocrites. These are the same guys who complain about how, oh, the school system doesn't put out the real history. They only nitpick and manufacture certain histories in these textbooks. But these hotaps, pro-black dudes, they do the same thing. They only nitpick certain aspects of history that support their narrative. It seems that Umar must have forgot a lot of history. He must have forgot the treachery of this Daggle. He must have forgot how every man was leading slave rebellions. If you let everybody else tell it, it'll make it seem like black people, especially black men, we were just standing there not doing anything. We just let these people enslave us for like over 100 years or so. And that's not even the case. Brothers was leaving slave rebellions, a lot of them, and every man at them times even was fighting against this male guy to earn their rights, earn their freedom. They fought with another country to earn their freedom. And I think that's why black slaves was able to join the Confederacy and fight during the Civil War, because them brothers was whooping their ass. So them Confederates said, like, fuck it. We're gonna let some of you slaves join in just for the numbers. Don't get it twisted, you still a nigger. We just need you for the numbers. So here's a gun, get in it. Now get in that field, boy. Even during Jim Crow, when quote unquote white supremacy was on black people's neck, black men was still fighting a good fight. Fred Hampton, Black Panther Party, and others, Martin Luther King, Malcolm X. And by the way, the first person to try to kill I think Martin Luther King was a Daggle. I think it was either Martin Luther King or L. Shelton, one of them. Somebody got stabbed by a Daggle. I know that for sure. One of these civil rights leaders. I remember somebody saying that. I remember seeing that on some type of story on the internet. And then he must have forgot about the treachery of how does Daggle decide to walk away from the Ebony man and the Ebony family for feminism during the height of the Civil Rights Act. It was like around the prime of the civil rights. We could have got more stuff passed if the Daggle stood by us and then didn't take that momentum from the Civil Rights Act to the feminism. The feminist movement, man, they ate off the civil rights movement. Took and killed the momentum. Damn, our communities, so-called black society, could be looking different today if the Daggle didn't stab Ebony. And I gotta give a shout out to Hardcore Tito, aka General Tito, and I gotta give a shout out to GW3 because they even argue that the Daggle betrayed the Ebony man before slavery, according to them. I don't have the facts for that, but they can go into better detail. And they said that white supremacy could have ended during these slave rebellions if the Daggles then start running their mouths. It seems like fools like Umar Johnson, they don't want to accept the reality that these Daggles, they hate a lot of Ebony men. They don't want Ebony man, which I don't care, but they hate Ebony man. They refuse to follow black male leadership, black authority, this, that, and the third, because They resent you. They bowed before Azad. This is why I refuse to blame Becky Stacy for how this Daggle act. A lot of people, especially a lot of militant cats, they try to blame Becky for the reason why this Daggle act the way she act. And to be honest, man, this has been going around. This has been happening before feminism. These Daggles were adding up before feminism. It had nothing to do with feminism. Because I can argue that the so-called the black family, we was never together like that in the beginning. We had no choice but to be together. Because of white supremacy was so hard on their necks. If yesterday's society, black people had the same freedoms as we have today, do you honestly think the communities, Black Wall Street, would even exist? Tulsa, Oklahoma, would it even exist? We gotta be honest. Feminism, it gave this Daggle an excuse to wear her resentment on her shoulders. It gave her an out because you got her freedom. Well, she got her rights on the civil rights. Now she can get liberated with the feminism and have the freedom of choice, not as a black person, but as a woman as well. She already bowed before Azad, aka Bottom Chef Brad, Uncle Sam. They want to replace Becky. That's why they mad at black men. It ain't got nothing to do with us. We ain't the reason why they mad. They're mad because we ain't white. Our skin ain't pale. We don't got blonde hair. And we ain't got a black supremacy system where they can have privileges in a buffer cast. Basically, the myth of white womanhood. Talking about we need to heal, help them heal, man. I ain't helping them heal a GD thing. Like, why the hell would I try to heal somebody that's broken? Somebody that's damaged goods. It's a waste of my time. It ain't got nothing to do with me. I didn't break them. How about they go to the guys they pre-select? How about they go to them for healing? Why they gotta go to decent to good black man? They heal. This seriously, man. This dude talking about my definition of an alpha. Nah, that's beta male shit. That's worse than a beta male. That's like omega male type shit. This is what I've been talking about when I made on that video a while back. It's called They on the Same Team. Like all these type of dudes, these dating coaches, game dudes, these hotaps, they all on the same team. They want brothers to stay in the plantation. They don't want brothers to be free. They want certain brothers, decent to good black men, to carry on the slack. To carry the burden of manhood on their shoulders. Basically carry the burden of manhood for the community, for black society on their shoulders. While certain people in black society just get to stand on the corner and then they just get to walk out of the corner and benefit off the work that certain decent to good black men put in without putting in any work. You a decent to good black man, you putting in all the work. You been the front line black man. Shout out to Christopher Owens. You being the front line black man, then now they get to come out here and say, yeah, we did it, man. Black power. What the hell you mean black power? I did this shit for me. I was putting in the work. Put up this business and become successful. Or do great things, make power moves. What you talking about, black power? No, brother, we gotta do this for the community, man. What about the community? What the hell you talking about? What about the community? Some of you cats was shitting on me. I ain't getting no respect. And especially for these Daggles. This is why I always laugh at these dudes talking about how if we build it, they'll come. Yeah, they'll come for the resources, and then they get the money and the resources to the guys they pre-select. These guys are a joke. He wants guys to be cucks. This is cut. Excuse me. This is cuckoldry. He wants guys just to be a shoulder to cry on for these daggles and listen to them while they complain about certain guys they've been dealing with. Are you serious? That's friend zone type shit. Why the hell would I want to listen to a chick complain about certain dudes they've been dealing with? And them same dudes they complain about, them dudes clapping them cheeks for free. But you telling me I gotta be an emotional tampon for these daggles, while some other joker just get them cheeks for free. And I have to do is half of the work as I have to do. I have to put in. Oh, that day is over with. Brothers are leaving. And I'm beginning to think that a lot of these guys, they ghost watch our content. Not just the Manosphere, but SYSBM, Passport. These guys, the opposition, they ghost watch our content. I'm calling it right now, man. I'm calling this out right now. You know what I'm thinking right now? What if, quote unquote, Sister Jinx have a discussion with Umar Johnson? She brings up the fact that they won't respect you. They're not going to respect you until you leave. And I wonder what his reaction would be as she told him that, because I can only imagine the expression on his face. And I'm gonna go back to the point he made about us being afraid of this dude, bro. I thought it was very hypocritical, because I forgot to mention this part, but I thought it was very hypocritical for him to say that, especially using a certain mindset that he has. The mindset that he has is like he's coming from a matriarchal standpoint instead of a patriarchal standpoint. So how you gonna tell black men they're afraid of the male guy, but you have a matriarchal mindset? You're about trying to serve the women when it should be the other way around. Like, what the world? What the heck you talking about? Serving women? They should be serving us. And that's the problem. That's why these daggles, these bimbos, the backbones, black society, they don't respect black male authority, black male leadership. They just want to be under the skirt of a damn of Siren, Sapphire. Man, shut that bullhead. Shout out to Blackheart, man. Shut that bullhead. Ninja. He's full of it. We right and he wrong. End of discussion. Ninja. Shout out to Blackheart. And yeah, I forgot to mention this though, but I heard it from somebody who said this, that there was like some Africans that actually came to America to try to free those slaves that they sold off, because somehow they heard about what was going down. But every man, we've been fighting the good fight for hundreds of years. I don't know what this dude talking about. It still is, and we fighting battles from multiple directions. And you got this Daggle that's literally the shield of mayonnaise supremacy. Cause that same Daggle talking about, oh, she's marching for you. They'll be the same ones that use the so-called system that you're complaining about to put you in jail, to knock you out of the talking about, if my heart bleed, your booty hole gonna bleed, because I'm gonna call the cops and send you to jail and get raped by and get raped by a bunch of dudes. The booty warrior. I like you and I want you. Yeah, them type dudes. The easy way or the hard way, the choice is yours. Like, the evidence is right in front of your face. And I know why this dude part of me knows why this dude is doing this, because his bread and butter, man, is about the money. All you got to do is follow the money. Once you follow the money, the answer's right in front of your face. His bread and butter is these Daggles. They're the one that's donating money to him. Just like a lot of these Hotep dudes. That's why they're not going to keep it 100. He talking about, oh, I'm not excusing the buffoonery of you Daggles. I'm not doing that, but you felt to go in on them like you was going in on the brother. You got all the smoke for the brothers. You had no smoke for these Daggles, even though you said, "Oh, I'm not excusing your fuckery as well." But where was the smoke? And this is ridiculous. F. Umar Johnson. It's SYSPM. It's black male first. This Daggle is being replaced, and there's nothing you can do about it. You might as well suck it up, deal with it, and you don't need to be worried about Ebony Man critiquing this Daggle. You need to be worrying about that school you say you're gonna put out. And I'm surprised you ain't critique these Daggles, considering that these Daggles putting you through it with your kids. You got baby mamas. You ain't married none of them, but you want to talk about how brothers need to control their root chakra. Why you didn't control your root chakra when you was in them cheeks of those two baby mamas you had and got them pregnant? You didn't control your root chakra then, but you want to let your brothers about controlling their root chakra. Have several seats and shut that bull in, ninja. Shout out to Blackheart. And Pan-Africanism. Man, the heck. The Hades with Pan-Africanism. Man, I got a tongue twister, but y'all know what I'm saying. The hell with that. I mean, nothing against Marcus Garvey. Respect to all them dudes, but it hasn't got us anywhere then, and it hasn't gotten us anywhere now. So you can stick your Pan-Africanism up your a-hole. 1,000 Years of Death. That was a Naruto reference. It's not a death threat. It was a Naruto reference. I want to point this out there. I never seen or heard this guy call out Pookie and Ray Ray, the gang guy, these swag gorillas, Thuggo, Drug. I ain't never seen him call these guys out, but he got a lot of smoke for good, the decent black man. And as a matter of fact, he's been mad disingenuous when he talking about, oh, we disrespect our women. What you talking about, our women? As like we got some type of authority over these women. We ain't even got no leadership over them. They want to be independent from us. What you talking about, our women? And so what if we're saying these sexual things about them women? How does that mean we disrespect our women? We can express our attraction. Everybody else gets to do it, but when we do, we disrespect our women. You a simp. This is all I wanted to say, man. I already don't talk too long on this topic. I'm out.